Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is currently shooting. We have heard plenty of rumors that have been debunked directly by the directors and plenty more out there that nobody said anything about. Now we're hearing some reports that come directly from the people involved with the film in regards to some of the reception to what's happening. And it sounds like things are looking good. So this comes directly from James Gunn himself. That's right, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, who spoke with Collider, talking about currently developing everything he has for DC Comics, and of course now working on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and what comes next. And he talked about the fact that Marvel Studios president, Kevin Feige, saw some of the more completed sequences from the film, and that he was really excited and really stoked about what he saw. And he did specifically mention whichever character is going to be played by Chikwadi Iwuji as somebody that's obviously a pleasure to work with. Now again, in regards to the vagueness of this, it could really be anything. We've heard that he could be playing Silver Surfer, the High Evolutionary, something nobody's mentioned yet. I think Annihilus was out there at one point, but Annihilus has been related to the Guardians every single film, so who really knows? That's probably not true. Either way, though, I'm kind of getting a little bit more optimistic about this film. I mean, they gotta have seen that not everybody was as big of a fan as some cinephiles out there for Guardians 2. So maybe they're gonna try to, pull it back a little bit, give us a story that kind of connects all the dots together instead of being a little bit more fragmented out there, or whatever. I think there's a lot of people right now just hyped for more Guardians, which I am one of them, and largely I'm going to attribute that to the masterful video game that recently came out and me wanting to get back into that world and see what Marvel Studios can pull off. But overall, I think my excitement for Guardians is just on the fact that I kind of miss these characters since it's been so long, and hopefully they can deliver something good. And hopefully, they figured things out. I would really hate to go into Guardians 3 getting myself hyped up for something that's supposed to be like the second coming of cinema at this point, kind of like everybody hyped up Eternals. Oh, this is gonna go for all the Oscars. That's how good it is. Chloe Zhao. And then I watched and I was like, man, what was that villain's name again? You want to talk about terrible Marvel Studios third acts and the villain problem and CG fest of an ending? I mean, it had all of it, and everybody kind of walked away from that film and nobody even talks about it now until I bring it up like this. So Guardians 2 I've seen in kind of a interesting position where it's not as badly received, but I've seen many people that I know that loved it, originally at least, coming back to going, maybe I was just too hyped for it at the time. It was those kind of the new goggles, right? Oh, it's great because it's new, and then you give it a little time, you're like, well, let's hope Guardians 3 isn't that. So thank you for watching that video, and if you've ever wondered what that little join button is on YouTube, well, that is our membership section, where for a few additional dollars a month, you get exclusive discussions as part of our podcasts each and every week, audio commentaries, let's plays, discussions on canceled comic book films, topics that are a little bit too sensitive for people on YouTube, such as controversial things happening in media, and a lot more. So check out what we offer by clicking that join button.